How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today we're going to talk about getting over a cold and shortening the duration of it. Before you even get a cold, if you exercise well and you get lots of sleep and you eat well, you're going to have a stronger immune system to fight it off. But what if you got it already? Then you still need to sleep a good amount in order to help your immune system fight it off. You need plenty of water. For me, whenever I start to get a cold, I would feel a little bit of scratchiness in the back of my throat. A lot of times I wouldn't know what to do. I just drink some water, but then you just wait around until you take some medicine. And you can tell I'm a little bit sick because I started getting sick about 4 days ago, but today it's probably around the 1 or 2 days left before I would be completely well. And all this time I've been experimenting on myself on trying to figure out how I can shorten the duration of a cold and not just wait for it to take over and then I'll be like, oh, sick, and then you have the sniffles and then you're out for like a week. One of the things I want to talk about is this medicine called oscillococcinum. It's by Boiron. It's made in France or something. The claim for this thing is that if you take it right at the onset of your cold, you would shorten the duration. The thing is, if you look up the information on this medicine, it's actually a placebo pill. That's right, like whatever's inside here, there's like about 200 little tiny sugar pills. And it would say these complicated things like contains annas barbari heptis et cordis extractum 200 ckHPUS. Whatever that means, it's really some sort of like liver thing diluted 200 times, which basically means there's nothing in it other than sugar. And I'm surprised they sell these things at reputable retail stores, and also they sell them on Amazon. And each vial of these things is about like $1. So if you take it and you think you're getting better from it, great, keep on doing it. But it's a sugar pill and it's not really doing anything. What I want to talk about today is something that would actually do something and actually help you. Normally I get sick about 7-8 days from the very beginning, and I haven't been able to control this very much. So when you get a cold, one of the things you can do is take some vitamin C, help boost your immune system. That's obvious. You can eat some oranges and stuff, get more vitamin C. The amount of vitamin C in one of these packets is close to 16 times what you need every day. So you're like really putting a lot of vitamins in there, but there's no guarantee that you're actually gonna absorb it, because a lot of times when people take vitamins, it just kind of flushes through your system. I've taken these before, and for me, I noticed there's no shortened the duration of my cold. But you can just do all of this at once just to try it. Another thing I tried is trying to take these zinc lozenges. It's supposed to coat your throat and make you heal faster or whatnot. I did take these before and I haven't noticed any noticeable difference, but yes, it's another thing that you can take in combination to try to get your cold duration shorter. Now I'm gonna get to the crazy revelation I had. A little disclaimer, this is medicine stuff, right? So I cannot legally tell you what to do. These are over-the-counter medicine stuff, and this is alcohol after all. So I cannot legally tell you what to do about this. This is just what I did. Right here I got a big ass bottle of Patron, 40% alcohol. Now for the last 2 times I got sick, I was swigging this alcohol whenever I felt like a little thing tickling in the back of my throat. I swig it. I'm not actually drinking it, like I'm not alcoholic or anything, even though I have this big bottle. I would swig about 1 ounce of it every 2 to 4 hours. You put a little bit in the back of your throat and then you gargle it, and then you try to move it around. Don't just drink the stuff, right? You just move it around your throat. And sometimes I would just like lay there on the ground with the alcohol and it burns. But it's a good burn because it's actually killing all the germs. So for me, when I did it the first few times, it seems like yes, I got rid of it in my throat, but it kept on seeping through the rest of the body, and then I get a fever, and then I get sick, and then I get like a stuffy nose afterwards. Then it will no longer be in my throat, but then kind of everywhere else. So what I noticed was gargling the alcohol didn't reduce the amount of time that I got sick. It just kind of relieved the symptoms, it appears. So this was Patron, and it's 80 proof, 40% alcohol. And I have Southern Comfort here. This is 35% alcohol, which means it's 70 proof. When I gargle this, I actually used this to gargle this time around when I got sick. And I felt like it needed a little bit more alcohol content. This is probably the lowest you should go, 35% alcohol, in order to kill the germs. Now I said it didn't help gargling the alcohol, but this time I did something different. When I first noticed that my throat was getting a little bit itchy, I gargled the alcohol, and at the same time I took a cold medicine. So my thinking is that yes, it's gonna retreat into my body, the germs is gonna retreat into my body, but having take the acetaminophen in the Nyquil, which is 325 milligrams or whatnot inside this, if I take it at the same time, then my body is ready as soon as the germs retreat into my body. So doing both at the same time actually reduced my duration of a cold that usually lasts 8-10 days even to only 4 days. You see I'm well right now. I got my cold 4 days ago and now I'm standing. I don't feel feverish or anything. You can still hear a little bit in the back of my throat, but the important thing was I wasn't incapacitated this whole time. These 4 days, I was a little bit slower, but I wasn't like feverish where, you know, I was bedridden. I was still functional this whole time. So I gargle it about once every 2 to 4 hours. I might gargle it right before I go to bed, and then I might wake up, you know, a couple hours later and I gargle it some more. So as long as you feel some sort of itchiness in the back of your throat, you just keep on putting a little thin layer of alcohol back there. Don't go drink the stuff. Of course you need to be old enough to drink alcohol in order to gargle the alcohol. But that's what I do, and I think I'm gonna keep on repeating this, and I'll probably get sick, you know, within another year or so, and I'll update in the comment section how well it works every time I do it. I think this is really great. I did get a flu shot this year, although 4 days ago I heard someone sneeze about 10 feet away from me, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, ah, great. You know, I'm like trying to block it out, but I guess I couldn't because, you know, about midday, you know, way later, I started feeling the scratchy throat. So I really hope this method, other people can try this method and maybe say that yes, it did help or it did not help. You know, there's a little bit of science behind it because, you know, I'm using myself as a guinea pig and it finally worked. This is the first time it worked for me. Usually I get sick and, you know, I'm like, oh, dead for like a whole week. So this is really great for me that I'm even standing here 4 days after I got sick. And then liquid Nyquil version for cold relief, you actually have acetaminophen and other ingredients, other active ingredients, and also alcohol. The liquid form actually has 25% alcohol in it. They say the alcohol is there to be able to mix up all the ingredients and not really for anything other than mixing the ingredients, but really the alcohol will kill the germs in your throat, and it's kind of thick so that it coats it. But the thing is, you can only have one dose every 6 hours for that. And you know, in order to not overdose, because if you eat too much acetaminophen, it's actually hard on your liver and you're not supposed to do that. You coat your mouth and people are not actually leaving it in their mouth. You should try to leave the alcohol on your mouth as much as possible. That's why if you take nighttime medicine, if you just take the gel cap, there's no alcohol in this. You just swig your throat with this and do it whenever it feels like, you know, it's coming back to really kill off the germs. For me, it works well because I can just keep on attacking the throat part directly where the germs are. And you can't get more direct than that than actually attacking it with alcohol and killing the germs. One thing to note is that the germs are actually along your breathing throat, not along the part where you would ingest food. So you gotta really get the alcohol all the way back there. So what I do is I kind of lay back on the ground. I take a swig of this, maybe just 1 ounce. I don't want to get drunk or anything, of course, especially when I'm sick. Just enough to coat the back of my mouth, and I just leave it there. And I would lay there for maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and just kind of like swig it around, move your throat down so that you can kind of get it as far down as you can without choking. And, you know, just kind of feel it, let it burn, let the germs die, and it's a good thing. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like over here. And if you decide to try this method out, at your own risk of course, leave a comment down below and let me know that you reduce the duration of your sickness. And don't forget to subscribe over here. Thanks for watching.